guys, Daeyungi here, and welcome back to my channel. In the past, I have mentioned a few times how the K-pop stan mindset, where you have to force yourself to love every single song your faves put out, can be low-key toxic, because it is only natural that when a group you stan are experimenting with different concepts, then surely sometimes they may release a song every now and again that you don't really vibe with. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing K-pop songs I didn't like by some of my own favourite groups, just to kind of prove that there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Please note that these are just my opinions on these songs, and you are absolutely welcome to disagree. If you like these songs, then that's great. If you'd be comfortable sharing some of your own songs in the comments that you don't like by your faves, I would love to hear them. But otherwise, please note that I am in no way intending to send any hate to any artist or individual. With this video, we're just talking about the music. Okay, now without further ado, let's get started. First up, we're going to talk about BTS DNA. It's no secret that BTS have been one of my alt groups for years now. My ultimate K-pop bias is a member of BTS, and I used to love every single one of their songs without fail. That's why they became my alts. However, in more recent years, as their concept began to make more of a shift, there have been a few title tracks here or there which I haven't really been as keen on. I mentioned in one of my recent videos reacting to K-pop songs that you hate that I also hate this song too. So much so that I would say it is my least favourite BTS title track, and I do still stand by that comment. It's just never been one that I've been able to vibe with. The build up to the chorus I kind of thought I could get on board with at first, but I've never liked the chorus itself. That instrumental we get after all that build up always kind of disappointed me. It felt like something was just sort of missing. This song was such a success for them over here in the West that I did really want to like this song. It was the one we were hearing quite a lot at the time, but at the end of the day, forcing yourself to like a song benefits nobody, so I had to accept the fact that this song will just never really be it for me, I'm afraid. Next song we're going to talk about is ITZY Sneakers. I'm sorry if you've heard me talk about this already, but we're going to talk about it again in the context of me as an ITZY stan and why I don't like the song. And for those who haven't heard my thoughts on it yet, I'm a relatively new mid-C. I did follow them from debut, but only really got into them after loving their concept change with In the Morning, and then how they seemed to be growing and developing as artists when they reached Loco, which is one of my favourite songs by them, by the way. And the reason I say I've talked about this one before is because I did mention in a previous video that the reason I didn't like this song is partially due to the massive fake out. So it's when we were getting those teaser photos for the songs, we were kind of getting this like really fancy, expensive looking royal concept where the girls were in like beautiful dresses and crowns looking like the queens they are and seemed to be playing like a big real life chess game. It was really intriguing. And then all of a sudden we were getting music teasers and the girls were wearing sneakers and that's what the title track was going to be called, and it was like a complete 180 for me. I know this is probably the intention, the whole quote unquote fake out thing, but I was just not a fan of it at all. For me, it kind of felt like the company had seen how well the girls were suiting their concepts more of late, but decided to go back a few steps because that's what some fans preferred, so they thought they were giving us the best of both worlds. But for me, I'm personally worried that this sort of regression will hinder them and their path of growth that they had been on as artists. That's all for me. Another song we have to talk about, which I didn't like at all, is NCT 127, Two Baddies. I'm not gonna lie guys, I decided to stan NCT 127 at debut, but in more recent years, I think it's safe to say that I'm more commonly finding title tracks I'm not so keen on nowadays, and it leaves me searching through the album hoping to find something I like instead. So for that reason, I could have probably included a few different songs by them here, but I've just decided to go with their most recent release because it's the most current example of a song by them that I didn't like. Even though I really wanted to because I am a stan. I'm always optimistic when I see NCT 127 concept photos. They always grab my attention, but no word of a lie guys. It has actually gotten to the point now where I just know if I'm gonna like a 127 song based on the music video teaser. And when I heard the teaser to Two Baddies, I was like, oh no. I'm not gonna like it, am I? And unfortunately that remained true when the song was released. The chorus in particular had a lot of aspects I'm just not keen on personally musically. It's like a lot. It's not like I would necessarily put the song in the category of noise music, which is very hit or miss for me in general, but it's just this chorus is a bit more on the obnoxious side for me. Something I'm not personally so fond of in music. Some people love that, but I am unfortunately not one of those people. I kind of thought I would dig this song when I heard the name. I thought it was funny, I liked the pictures and everything, but unfortunately, it's another title track that has gone on my list of ones I don't like by NCT 127. This next one I know I'll get dragged for, but here goes. The next song we're going to discuss is Idol Lion. When this song was released on Queendom, everybody seemed to adore it. The video got so many views and everyone was just praising them for this song. And at the time, I really could not find anybody who felt the same way as I did about this song. I was like fully alone in my disliking of it. Even now, I'm not sure if I really know many people who don't like this song either. It just seemed that within the fandom, everybody loved this song. Don't get me wrong, I do kind of get it in a way. I appreciate why people would like this song. Something about it is so big and makes them seem so powerful. The concept really suited them, the outfits were superb, and they killed it. However, it has always been one of those songs that for some reason kind of grained on me personally, and that doesn't normally happen for me with idol songs. So when I dislike a song by them, I know about it. There were specific parts that I didn't like, and the rest of the song I did not like enough to overlook those parts, you know? I especially really did not like the post-chorus with the ba 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 part. It just completely took me out of the illusion and the fantasy of such a big and powerful song and concept. From the time I first heard that part, I was like, yeah, no, I'm out. And I really thought the song could potentially grow on me and I could look past those parts, but unfortunately that never happened. Next one, I don't think people will be most pleased to hear me say either, but the song is TXT, Can't You See Me? Can't you see me? TXT are another group I followed from debut, and I've always absolutely loved seeing them take on a variety of concepts. I think they mostly always hit the nail on the head for me and managed to make a concept I don't think I'll be so keen on, something that I can vibe with. However, when they released Can't You See Me, I couldn't help but be a bit disappointed because, no, it's not a bad song in any way, but nothing about it really caught my attention a great deal, whereas every TXT song prior to that gave me a reason to love it from the get-go. I didn't personally love the concept, I didn't like any of the outfits, and when I listened to the album that the song was on, I can't lie, there were B-sides on that album that I loved a lot more. I don't mean to sound basic as hell, but I really loved Puma from that same album. I believe it may have been one of the first times we saw TXT embark on a darker concept, and I was so shook. I was sold on this image for them. I saw something in that song that really suited them and confirmed that they were able to try something more challenging. That I think is another reason why I've been all for this pop punk sort of concept they've been doing more of late. I like seeing TXT push the envelope a bit more. That's my preference on them. Next song we're going to discuss is EXO Power. I've been a long time EXO-L, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I've always adored every EXO title track. When a group has been around for quite a while and has a larger discography, that would be impractical for me to say. Although I think I can confirm that I've definitely liked more EXO title tracks than disliked, that's for certain. But the thing with EXO is, there isn't often much in between for me. And what I mean by that is like, when I like a title track by them, I end up loving it. But if I dislike a title track by them, then I really end up kind of hating it eventually. And that is what Power is for me. I think the issue is as well, as time has gone on and the members have started to enlist, then naturally the time between comebacks has gotten longer. But that means that with that, the anticipation builds up more between releases and you expect something more spectacular when they do finally come back. So anything short of your idea of perfection or what suits them can leave you feeling disappointed. Is that more my own fault or our fault than SM's? Who knows? But I do remember being super disappointed with this release. Even the video, everything kind of made me cringe a bit. It didn't feel like the sort of song you would expect an experienced group to release. It kind of played down their talents for me. And I feel like even if you did like the song, surely we can all admit that they are better than what this song gives them credit for or shows. In every aspect, really. It just didn't hit any mark for me, I'm afraid. Next song by one of my faves I'm admitting my disliking for is Mamamoo, Oh Ah Yeah. Oh yes, oh ah yes, no eh. I know this song is an older release now, but we're talking about K-pop songs I didn't like by some of my faves, so I thought I would include the Mamamoo song I don't like, even though I will be honest, I usually end up loving their title tracks. But of course, there will always be anomalies, and this song is my anomaly. When Mamamoo debuted with their older swing 50s influence, I was all for it. It was super exciting to see something we hadn't seen much of in K-pop, and I really loved their debut, Mr. Ambiguous, etc. But when this song came out, I was kind of like, ooh. Anyways, moving on. I don't know what it is, but straight from first listen, nothing about this song appealed to me as a listener, even though the concept was pretty much still along the same lines as what I've been loving. I didn't like anything about the song, not even my own bias's rap. The whole song just felt basic for a Mamamoo song, and they debuted with something so big, this just didn't meet up to the same level. So I decided I was probably never going to listen to the song again. I mean, here I am now talking about it for a video, that's kind of funny I guess. But no, I'm sorry. If I could remove this song from the discography, I would, and I wouldn't even miss it either. While we're on the topic of Mamamoo, I absolutely cannot move on without talking about a song by my Mamamoo bias Moonbyul, Cheese in the Trap. Cheese in the Trap, no, when Moonbyul made her solo debut, I was so excited I can't even explain to you. The song she released was called Eclipse, and I thought the concept just suited her so much, and I listened to the song so much, and everything was great. She then came back with a song called Lunatic, which wasn't so much my style, but at the very least I understood what she was going for, and it made sense when you hear the whole album story, and how each song was linked to make one big story. But then she followed up with this song, Cheese in the Trap, and I'm sorry, I could just not go with the excuse of it's for the album story anymore, because I did not like this song at all. Even now, every time I hear it, I feel like I'm listening to a song from a Disney Channel TV show, not for me on my age range, and I want to support my bias, I really do, but this song is just so far removed from my own style and preferences that I can't exactly pretend I enjoy it, because I don't. I am proud of her for trying all these different concepts and proving her versatility, but I can't help but admit I feel a bit confused by this one. Moonbyul's a seasoned pro for me. I know she's capable of so much more. Another song we're going to discuss is Red Velvet, Feel My Rhythm. Longtime Rebel of here, who is in the group of people who weren't so impressed by Queendom, I can't lie, but I think I would take Queendom any day over Feel My Rhythm. I have always loved and preferred Red Velvet's Velvet side of their discography because that's just much more my own personal cup of tea. So when I didn't like Queendom, that was fine, I expected that. But Feel My Rhythm, however, I honestly genuinely thought I was going to like this song. And when it came out, I was upset when I didn't like it. I don't know if what I'm about to say is going to make any sense, but there's parts of this song that just don't sit well on my ears at all. They sound dissonant in a way that I don't really enjoy, and that affects my overall experience with the song. So for example, I don't like the rap right after the first chorus where the notes go up at the end of every line. I don't like any of the rap parts at all actually. I don't like the random bit of talking before the last chorus after the bridge, and the key change does not sit right with me in the last chorus, and I normally love a key change. I'm sorry, it's just everything about this song did not work for me, no matter how much I really wanted it to. And last but not least for today's video, another song by one of my favourite groups I did not like is Blackpink, Whistle. This song was released alongside Boom Baya when they debuted, and I adored Boom Baya so much and was so excited by this new group that had just debuted that I think I actually somehow managed to trick myself into thinking that I really loved Whistle as well, when I only ever thought it was okay. As we Blinks know, we do normally have quite a wait in between new releases, one might say. So that gave me plenty of time to go back and re-listen to their old music while we waited and reflect. And that's when I realised that I didn't really like this song as much as I thought I did. In fact, did I really like this song that much at all? Out of their entire discography now, this is the song I never choose to listen to and do purposely go out of my way to skip if it comes on. It's much more empty than their other releases for me. The build-ups to the chorus are okay, but then the chorus doesn't really offer very much. And I always low-key kind of felt that this song gave off more of a B-side vibe, and this song shouldn't have been released as a title track with Boom Baya. I mean, I personally think YG only debuted them with 2 songs because they debuted around a time where a lot of groups were doing the double release thing, but it wasn't necessary in my opinion. I think Boom Baya was strong enough by itself to be good enough as a debut and to accurately represent the girls and the sort of concept they were going for with them. I know a lot of stans loved this song and will disagree with me. I'm really sorry, please don't come for me with the pitchforks. It's just my opinion, but I would have appreciated this song a lot more, I think, if it was left as a B-side. Okay guys, and that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to hear in the comments some songs you can admit you don't like by your own faves. It's completely okay to do so, I promise you this is a safe space. If you're new here and haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell. That should let you be the first to hear whenever I upload. And as always, my social medias will be on screen. That is my Twitter and my Instagram. I always follow back fellow K-pop stans, so let's be friends. I'll see you next time. Bye guys!